giving out the muffins at the grocery store herself. Low overhead. That car, that Beetle that had Skinny Girl logo on it that Luann made fun of was a complete tax write-off. And
I wouldn't drive that around the Hamptons if you, I mean, she was driving that around. Imagine being she's non-famous and non-rich. I mean, not that it makes it okay if you're famous and rich. I'm just saying like my insecurities would be running really high if I got in that car and drove it down the street of Sag Harbor. We would also be dead because I don't drive, but that's not the point. I wouldn't be seen in that car in the Hamptons. I guess I'm a little bit of a snob.
Well, I hope that Louis' problems are going away. It just seems so unbelievable. Like, I don't know, but that'll keep him on TV for another 5 or 8 years if he's really doing something illegal.
And by the way, I know for a fact, this is once again, when I say fact, it's a fact. I know for a fact. Now, I don't expect Priscilla, who does her makeup, who's like her good friend. I don't expect the people on the staff to speak up. I expect the TreHuggers to speak up. If you're, you like should be concerned. But I know for a fact people that were on Teresa's payroll for a long time and are no longer on her payroll, that either they quit on their own because they saw a red flag with Mr. Ruelas, or they didn't kiss the ass of Mr. Ruelas, and he's like, let me put it in your ear tray. This one's a bad seed. I know this isn't like a fact. Like I know actual first, middle, and last names of human beings that work for Teresa that no longer do since Louis came on, where he's like, you come on and someone says, oh, I see you for who you are, Louis. And he senses it. Well, they're gone now. So I'm just saying, I think the girl's in trouble. I hope I'm wrong as well. Oof. Do you want to? Sorry. You haven't been this riled up in a long time.
Oh, all right.
Should we talk about this? We don't talk about the incorrect Jersey shit. The leaked Bravo Vanderpump Rules finale.
Who do you think leaked it? I mean, I didn't think it was that big of a difference. So essentially, someone last week leaked the Vanderpump Rules season finale trailer, which was missing the return of Kristen Doute. Am I correct?
Yeah, and it was yeah.
And so then, and I don't know if it had some other spoilers, but then Bravo scrambles to get out their version of it, which was the correct one. And then for the past few days, all we've been hearing is, was it a producer? Which, I mean, makes sense because who else would have access to this trailer?
Or an editor. Lala thinks it's an editor.
And, it's like, who leaked it? To me, but I don't think it's that big of a leak. Do you? It didn't.
No. Again, I don't like, this is why when like I get, inside information, I don't run to leak it to all of you people listening, because like, what is the motivation? Like, I don't understand why. I mean, did this person get money? Like, I mean, or do people just have such small dicks and egos that like you're responsible for a leak? Why would you do that? I assume somebody got paid to leak it, right? I mean, why else would you do this? Like, for instance...
Well, I mean, and a lot of people do it for all kinds of reasons. A disgruntled employee that is unhappy with Bravo. I mean, like you said, Andy doesn't really oversee Vanderpump Rules, so I can't imagine it's a vendetta because of Andy. But, maybe they're overworked, underpaid. They want, it's like, why do any of these people, why do these idiots that like leak US secret information? I mean, sometimes they feel like something is being really mishandled, but I mean, lots of times they just do it because they're fucking morons. And I just think there's not that big of a, why? I think they just did it to do it. Don't you think? Or they're disgruntled about something.
I mean, you'll be fired. Like that other editor all those, years ago that was editing, that admitted she was editing Sheena Shea in a negative light. She got fired. She admitted it. So I forgot what her name was. But I covered it here on this show. I mean, I agree. Like, why would you do this? Like, for instance, like I get Bravo screeners. Like I get screeners before the air date. Now I don't even look at them because I'm so busy. I doubt I got the Vanderpump Rules finale screener, but technically someone like me, I mean, I would never do this, but if you really wanted to, I mean, it has a watermark on it. I mean, it's thousands of warnings about what you do, what happened. I mean, if you
don't
really
repost.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, no, I would never. I mean, never. I mean, it's a screener for publicity for me to say like, oh my God, you guys, like, I saw the finale before it aired, and let me tell you, I would never reveal anything. That's the whole point of me getting all this. But I never even, look at, so what I mean, so people could do it, but why? I don't understand.
Well, I mean, also we think it's something, nefarious, but it could just be, I mean, maybe it was like somebody left, because everybody's hacked all the time now. I don't know. Maybe they were just hacked. Maybe they just left it open. Somebody else came from a different department, was like, oh shit, there it is. Okay, I'm going to take that. And like, I'll get paid by some blogger, a couple $1,000 post. You know what I mean? It could also not even be their staff. Like it could have just been a mistake or a hack. Don't you think? I mean,
I kind of had the same reaction you did, like, who cares? And apparently Lala does, because she's a super sleuth and she's trying to figure it out. And Andy even got involved. And apparently Bravo's launching an investigation. And yeah, like, you will be fired. So I hope you got paid something, but you don't really get paid for things. I mean,
I don't even know that it's probably an intern or some idiot. You know what I mean? If it's even that, or it's somebody that hacked it. And of course, Andy and Lala are investigating because they are loving keeping this train, anything we can do to keep this train rolling. And I don't fault them. If I were Lala, I'd be doing it all the time. Every single one of them whose podcast, most of them I haven't even heard of prior, all are, thriving. So I don't blame them.
Shenanigans. I mean, Katie's unfortunately was put to the graveyard, and Miss Maloney, couldn't have happened to such a more lovely person. But unfortunately, Katie's podcast has gone to the graveyard, guys. But Lala's podcast is fucking thriving. I mean, Katie is just a hard pass.
She never smiled. Not one.
Hard pass.
I don't even see how she and Schwartz had anything. Had anything. I mean, she's the most Madame Depression thing you've ever seen on TV. I don't get it.
Hard pass. Hard pass. Girl, it's you. Nobody wants to be around you because you're nasty. And yes, smile. It's called You're Alive. Be happy. The birds are chirping and the sun is out. And even on a rainy day, put up your umbrella and put on your gorgeous Burberry boots and get out there, girl.
That's what she looks like all the time, is a rainy day on TV. It's like everybody, and then, it's raining.
Not a fan. Not unbiased on that one. Biased. Check. Lala's podcast was doing great before, but it's booming and Shenanigans is booming. And we'll see where Jackson Brittany ends up, after, it all things out. And Stassi's had a moment, and Stassi's tour is back on selling. So I agree with you. Get your bag, guys. James Kennedy is booking DJ gigs like never before. James Kennedy is hilarious. I've said that from day one. Finally,
he is. I do actually enjoy him. He just bought a $1.3 million house here in LA too, which is a good buy.
Did he mention exactly where it is?
I think it's in the Valley. I think it's out in Burbank, I read.
Well, according to Sarah Fraser, you're never supposed to tell people where it is.
Well, it's, okay, here we go. But I think it's public record.
Yes,
I'm assuming
it's
he
all
bought
public
it.
record.